Hi seniors, welcome to another edition of Shelby TV's Senior Moments. This is our Senior Business Connection. I'm your host, Randy WHITMIRE of Guardian Angel Home Care. And you're going to be hearing a lot more about Guardian Angel Home Care. As a matter of fact, I'm very excited to have with us today Ziad Kassab. Ziad is one of the owners, along with his dad, of Guardian Angel Home Care here in Rochester Hills. And Ziad, thanks so much for being with us today.
Good to see you, Randy. Thanks
you
for
bet.
having me.
I wanted to get into more of the nitty-gritty on Guardian Angel Home Care because our viewers have been hearing so much over the last few months when I've introduced our Senior Moments and our Senior Business Connection segments on Guardian Angel Home Care. So now you and I have a chance to really share more detailed information with them, and I think a good way to get started is, how about sharing with our viewers a little bit about you and you know, your dad's background and how you got into Guardian Angel Home Care and the home care industry?
Sure. Well, I've been in the healthcare industry probably since I was a child. You know, I grew up in a small town, but when my youngest brother Danny was a child, he got hit by a car. He was 7 years old and he was crossing the street going to church, and he got hit by a car going 60 miles an hour. Well, long story short, you know, lots of ambulances and fire trucks and nurses, hospital visits, therapies and surgeries and etc. Danny went to the hospital. When he came home after 4 months of rehab, he was a quadriplegic, paralyzed from the neck down. He was vent dependent, and you know, we had to have 24-hour nursing care for him. The kind of care that we received from the agency that came out to take care of him was far from where we wanted it to be. The quality was not there, the care was not there. People were very, come and get my paycheck and go home.
Hard to find the consistency and the quality.
Absolutely. They're more concerned about the dollar than the patient, which was very frustrating. So, long story short, after going through 3 of agencies like this, my father decided he was going to start his own. The name Guardian Angel, my mother picked it. She named it after the 3 nurses that saved Danny's life that day in front of the church. So that's where, you know, the name and the history of the company, how it was founded, how we started it. Like I said, this happened when I was 10, so virtually, you know, all my life since then, I've had nursing around me, therapy. I've been in doctor's appointments and all kind of things with my brothers, thousands and countless hours.
You bet. And this was back in 1990?
93 is when the accident was. 94, August 1st, 94 is when we started the company.
Okay.
So, you know, growing up in the business all my life, not only having a brother at home with the injury, but my father being in the business, it's just, healthcare is very natural for me, and you know, I really enjoy what we do, you know. So that's kind of the history at any rate, but getting into more of what we do now, we have Guardian Angel is a full circle of healthcare comprehensive services for all our patients. We can do a lot of different things. From where we started with private duty nursing, which is dealing with more very high level quadriplegic, ventilator dependent patients, just the worst of the worst when it comes to an injury, kind of a Christopher Reeves type patients.
Right.
This is what our private duty company does, and this is the first company we started. But in '97 we branched out into home health care, and this is geared more towards dealing with the seniors for their physical therapy. We send
activities of daily living,
absolutely.
You know, the toileting, bathing, dressing, you know, mobility issues.
Absolutely, everyday living. And you know, you'd be surprised, but there's so many people out there who need home care, they don't even know what the benefit of it is. So really, it's good to ask your doctor, hey, tell me about home health care, you know, and what they can do for me.
And let me stop you there. That's really an important point that we want to bring up to our viewers, that their primary care physicians, viewers, those are the individuals, the medical professionals who are in the driver's seat to help make home care a reality for many of those seniors out there who need it. And for many of those seniors over the age of, you know, 65 or older, you can be younger, but typically, you know, if you're a Medicare beneficiary, our services are free for the most part.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't realize that, but you know, you get what you ask for, and so you have to know the right questions to ask for in front of your medical provider. So please continue.
In fact, often actually the patient never doesn't spend even $1, more than not, you know, and that's the beauty of our federal government program, of the Medicare program, is that. But you know, so ask your doctor about it. But moving on into some of the other things that we do besides the home health, which is the nursing and the therapy, we have a full medical equipment company, full line of it. So that means if you need a hospital bed, a walker, wheelchair, oxygen, a cane, a commode, you know, most of our seniors, they come across, they find a very good use out of these things. There's a need for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And most of the seniors, you know, and families too, because families are watching this, when they see, you know, a loved one, whether it's a parent or a grandparent, et cetera, and they may need, you know, an item of durable medical equipment, the first thing that many families do that I've seen is they go to a medical equipment store.
Correct.
And they just pay for this out of pocket, you know,
Correct.
by default. And what we're here to let our viewers know about today is that it's not necessary to do that in many
Exactly.
cases. Not in many cases. Now, again, if you're a Medicare beneficiary, Medicare will typically pick up approximately 80% of that.
Correct, correct. And you know, getting in the car and going to the store and paying for it out of your pocket 100%, there's no need for it. In fact, all you got to do is when you're at your doctor, is he's going to tell you what you need. Have him give you the script and have him contact Guardian Angel or contact them yourself. And the beauty of that is that we take care of all the background stuff with your insurance, and the equipment shows up to your doorstep. We deliver it. We show you how to set it up. We have people on call 24 hours a day to make it very easy if you have any questions about the equipment or if you need more of it.
Absolutely. And let me also interject. You use the term script.
Correct.
You know, for the benefit of our viewers and clarification, it's a prescription.
Yeah.
Just like a prescription for medication that your physician, your primary
Exactly.
care physician would write, they would do the same thing, he or she, in writing a prescription for durable medical equipment, whether it's a cane, you know, a wheeled walker, a hospital bed, whatever the case might be. Your physician writes that. Let us, as Ziad was saying, take care of the rest of that, because
Absolutely.
we'll check with your insurance agency, with Medicare, filing all the necessary paperwork, in other words, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, et cetera. So you only have to worry about, you know, obviously taking
Exactly.
care of your loved one and ensuring that they're getting the best possible care.
Absolutely. Just ask them for the script. They like writing them. It makes them feel cool. You know,
That's right.
It makes them feel special. So, but at any rate, moving on into some of the other things that we do.
Right.
We also started a non-emergency medical transportation company. So, a lot of people, they have a lot of trouble getting around due to the fact that they're in a wheelchair. And this is the company, ZCD. And we have a lot of vans. All our vans are equipped for wheelchairs. It's made just for that, for non-emergency medical transportation. So if you're going to your doctors, if you're going to therapy, if you're going to dialysis, wherever you're going, our company can get you there. The name of this company, ZCD, is named after me and my two brothers, Ziad and Calvin and Danny. We get a shot on this here?
Yes.
And what we have here is, this is me, and this is my brother Calvin. And Calvin went to school to be a nurse just to take care of the D, which is Danny. And if you see here, there's a little halo and some angel wings as Danny passed back in August. But he's still, to this day, he is the heartbeat behind this entire agency. And everybody who works for this company and everybody who's our patient knows his story. And it's very moving and very motivating. We've seen tens of thousands of patients, all that sparked from his injury. So
Absolutely. And also I want to let our viewers know, if they have more information, if they'd like more information on Guardian Angel Home Care, you can reach us at 248-293-2400. And that's our central office number. They can
Correct.
direct you, obviously, to any of the other
Correct.
Parts of the company. As Ziad was saying, obviously we've covered our private duty, our skilled nursing, we've covered our physical therapy, our occupational therapy, and that
Correct.
also includes speech therapy as well.
Yeah,
Speech,
medical social
speech
workers
pathology.
too. Yeah, speech pathology, medical social workers.
That's right, medical social workers, et cetera. And these are basically, in essence, case managers that are going to come in and assess and determine the best continuum of care. And that's what we want to touch upon. But before we do that, we want to take a short break. Viewers, don't go away. We're going to be right back with a continuing issue of Senior Moments and our Senior Business Connection.
Tired of those old drafty windows in your house? Why not take advantage of energy tax credits and redefine the look of your home by calling Shelby Home Improvement? Delivering a full line of quality home and business modernization for over 25 years. The professionals at Shelby Home Improvement are certified master installers of Pella windows and doors. From the kitchen to the bathroom, whether it's a finished basement or siding and gutters, let Shelby Home Improvement improve the look of your home or business.
Need to get away? Looking for a place where you can be pampered, but don't feel like hassling with airports or driving hundreds of miles? Your answer is right across DeQuender Road at the Royal Park Hotel in Rochester. The 4-star, 4-diamond hotel is truly a luxury hotel with a comfortable feeling. It's full of pleasant surprises. You deserve a visit to the Royal Park Hotel of Rochester.
Welcome back, seniors. This is Shelby TV's Senior Moments. This is our Senior Business Connection. I'm Randy Whitmire, your host of Guardian Angel Home Care, and in fact, we're talking about Guardian Angel Home Care today. And with me is our exciting guest, Ziad Kassab from Guardian Angel Home Care. He and his dad, Sam, founded the company many, many years ago. In fact, 17 years ago, isn't that right?
Correct, yeah, 1994.
We wanted to continue on, and I wanted to emphasize again for our viewers that we also provide, Guardian Angel Home Care also provides non-medical home care, which basically assists people, no matter who they are. You don't have to be necessarily a senior, although it's provided to seniors, but anyone with, assistance with the activities of daily living. The toileting, bathing, dressing,
Correct.
Mobility issues, eating in some cases, light housekeeping. In fact, under Medicare beneficiaries, and let me make this very clear for our viewers, you do qualify absolutely free of charge for our non-medical home care, but it's intermittent. Those are the key words under Medicare definitions, where they're going to come in twice a week for about 45 minutes to an hour to help someone shower, bathe, dress, whatever it might be, but they're not going to be there, every single day. So I wanted to point that out. The other side of this, I know you wanted to let our viewers know more about what state of Michigan does for those people who may be injured on the job, workers' comp, in auto accidents, for instance.
Well, we have we have hundreds and hundreds of patients, but there's a handful of them that are what we call catastrophic injuries. And these, most of the time in this private duty part with these catastrophic injuries, they come from car accidents, from auto accidents, serious auto wrecks. How many times you drive down the road, you see a car accident on your left or your right, A lot of time the outcomes of those are very, very serious. So I just want to speak very briefly on, luckily that in the state of Michigan, the only state, one of 6 states that has a no-fault auto law, but the only one that has unlimited benefits, which is one of the reasons Danny was able to live for so long. If you are in a car accident in the state of Michigan, your auto insurance is a state law that your auto insurance has to pay for everything that comes out of that. So your ambulance, your hospital stays, your transportation, all your doctors, your therapy, whatever you need for as long as you need it. And this is a benefit that
That's a key
point.
point.
There's no cutoff, and that's the beauty of living in the state of Michigan. We pay a little more for our auto insurance here, but that's a beauty of it. And when there's a serious car accident, you want to have that coverage, and that's really important.
Absolutely.
So if you're in a car accident, at all, you have any questions, call us at the office.
Again, the office number is 248-293-2400. Ask to speak to anybody up there about your particular question. If you don't know who to speak to specifically, ask them to contact me, Randy Whitmire. My number, you'll be flashed at the screen in the credits at the end of the show, so pay close attention to that, and I'll be happy to follow up for you. The other thing I wanted to also make sure that our viewers understand is that now Guardian Angel is certified by Medicare to offer full-service hospice.
Correct.
And these are end-of-life issues. And before, nobody had really anywhere to turn. But now we're talking about a full staff, including a hospice medical director, attending physicians, registered nurses, home health aides, medical social workers, as we discussed previously, chaplains, volunteers, certainly the physical therapists, speech therapists, caregiver support, and bereavement support groups, including our 13-month bereavement program. So just understand that we are Medicare certified for full-service hospice. We're very excited about that. That's one of the fastest growing parts of our business, unfortunately. The other side of this that I wanted to also have you spend a few moments on is Guardian Angel's special program. It's called the D-Man Foundation.
Correct.
And I'm going to let you explain a little more about that, Z.
Well, the D-Man Foundation is something that we just started it late last year. About two months after Danny had passed, we decided that we were going to start this nonprofit agency to better the lives of other people with spinal cord injuries. And we had the resources to do it. So we came up with the name D-Man, and it stands for Danny's Miracle Angel Network. And D-Man is just a cool sounding name, D-Man Foundation.
That's right.
People like that. So, and what we're doing is on July 22nd, which is the day Danny was hit by a car, we always treated that day as a second birthday. So July 22nd this year, we're having our first annual Hollywood Night fundraiser at the Lafayette Grand in Pontiac. And what we're doing is it's a Hollywood night. So what do you picture when you think of Hollywood? Red carpet.
Yeah.
Long red carpet. We have a Joan Rivers impersonator.
Dinner tux, you know the
Oh,
works.
it's a black tie event.
Yeah.
But we got a Joan Rivers impersonator, paparazzi, and we have all these actors. It's going to be really an incredible show, and we're going to be giving out the Angel Awards to 3 other quadriplegics who not only are they, we're not giving them the award just because they're injured, but the award that they're getting is because these quads, who are paralyzed from the neck down, have started their own nonprofits to help other people with disabilities. So you imagine you can't shoo a fly away from your face if it lands on your nose, but you started another nonprofit to help other people with disabilities like yours. This is very admirable.
Absolutely.
You don't see this kind of thing. So, you know, I think that they certainly deserve recognition for what they're doing, and it's going to be a great time. You can visit us online at www.dmanhollywood.com to learn a little bit more about the event. If you want to learn more about the nonprofit program itself, go to www.mydman.org.
And I also wanted to make sure that we emphasize to our viewers the proceeds, you know, from
Yes.
the D-Man Foundation.
Yes.
You want to tell them where these proceeds go, because
Yeah.
this is extremely important.
This is important, and it's very cool. There's 2 main things we're going to be doing with the money that we raise from this nonprofit and this event that we're doing. The first thing is that we're going to be, you've heard of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, right?
Absolutely.
You know how they take a lot of people on vacations and do things for them when they're, you know, their life is short. Well, what happening is what we're doing with this money is we're going to be taking these people with spinal cord injuries on vacation. Now, the reason that's so incredible is because if you're a quad and you're dependent on an event, you can't just pick up and go and get on a plane. You know what I mean? It takes about 4 months of planning. You have to take the person, you have to build a clinical team around them. Make sure all those people are leaving from their families, but there's so much involved with it. You know, there's only certain kind of events that can get on a plane. You have to get, you know, medical equipment where the place where you're going, a handicap van where you're
All
going.
the coordination,
getting
the travel
oh
arrangements,
my God,
you know, it's
very, very
monumental.
in-depth, yeah. And that's the first thing that we're going to do. The second part of our program is, which is really cool, is we're opening a music therapy studio. Now this is going to be a studio that it's going to be a real music studio like you make music, but everything is going to be adapted for quadriplegics and all kind of people with disabilities, where they can come in, and it's really cool. We're going to have this thing that's called an environmental control unit and a sip and puff, and it allows them to make digital music with their mouth on a computer screen. They don't even have to use their hands.
Because
for it.
music is such an important part of the therapeutical process.
Very, music is very powerful.
Not only, and plus the creative aspect, that even though these people are, you know, debilitated, you know, and obviously handicapped in some ways, in many other ways, they're not. And so that creativity, imagination, innovation needs to be allowed to flourish.
Exactly, and it also acts as kind of like a rec center or a hangout for quads who can see that they're not by themselves, and they shouldn't just be sitting at home every day, and their life is so filled with therapy and doctors now that there's something, give their life meaning and life purpose. And we want to bring in celebrity musicians once a month or every couple of months to record a song with them. So that'll be really good for...
we have to have you back on the show, because I know that there's a lot of other information that we want to share about this. And but I'll tell you, time flies when you're having fun. We're just about out of time, as a matter of fact.
All right, cool.
Z, thank you very, very much for
problem.
being with us
Thanks
on
for
the
having
show
me, sir.
today.
Thank you.
Seniors, I hope you've enjoyed this segment of our Senior Moments and our Senior Business Connection. As they say, time flies when you're having fun. I want you to stay tuned for the next exciting episode of Senior Moments. I'm your host, Randy Whitmire. Thanks so much for being with us.